How are you, Zimbabwe? My name is Moses Tofa from the Agenda for Dialogue and Depolarization, and I'm sharing with you the 15 fundamental values which I believe Zimbabwe must be built on. And I believe that it is fundamental for the people of Zimbabwe to converge on these values despite their political differences. Today, I am talking about fundamental value number 15, which says, and I quote, "We must acknowledge and comprehensively address all historical wrongs and work towards national healing, reconciliation, and unity." Close quote. Since independence in 1980, Zimbabwe has remained a bitter, angry, and wounded nation. Colonialism was at heart a dehumanizing project. It caused conscience-wrenching harm to the Zimbabwean society. During the liberation struggle, families lost their loved ones in heinous ways, and scores of citizens were maimed, tortured, raped, harassed, abused, and dispossessed. These experiences were extremely damaging and traumatic. When Zimbabwe gained independence in 1980, the need to deal with this violent past through inclusive, comprehensive, and meaningful healing and reconciliation processes was non-negotiable. Instead, the new government wished it away by taking the forgive, forget, and move on pathway. And between 1983 and 1987, an estimated 20,000 civilians were killed during the Gukurahundi massacres. However, the government did not implement any meaningful healing and reconciliation processes. Again, it chose the same pathway of forgiving, forgetting, and moving on. From 2000 onwards, Zimbabwe went through horrible cycles of violence. Thousands of opposition supporters were killed, abducted, tortured, and maimed. These atrocities left permanent scars on the victims, the survivors, and their families. However, no meaningful healing and reconciliation processes have been undertaken to address this violent past. We cannot continue to use sporadic, insincere, and tokenistic healing and reconciliation processes. Zimbabwe cannot move on without comprehensively addressing the wrongs of the past, both colonial and post-colonial. Moving on without addressing historical wrongs is not forgiveness or integrity, but it is cowardice. Thank you, Zimbabwe. Together we will build our beloved nation. Songa mbele.